Sip Gail, Sip Sadanand, Sip Kishan, Sip Lawrence, Sip Chudanand, Sip Rekha, and the rest of you. Welcome to the call. Today is my time to speak for 30 minutes, and so I get the opportunity. And it's a very profound conversation today. The subject, as you know, is the importance of silence and importance of spiritual retreat. So let us start. Um, People often ask this question: why should we practice silence? What is the necessity? I don't know how many of you have contemplated the importance of silence, whether you feel it's important or not. For me, even today, every day of my life, you know, I contemplate silence. And in today's silence, I realized that I cannot come on retreat on a ship. So I've decided no more ship. So this comes only in a retreat, only in consciousness, only in reflection, only in contemplation. So some of you wonder, I'm coming on a ship after 6 years. And being on the ship, I realized, no, it's much better to sit in the mountain or sit somewhere in the front of it, because we want to avoid as much distraction. We want to avoid as much disturbance. Therefore, my dear friends, silence is very important. And in the silence, when I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, I spend time in meditation. Why do we spend time in meditation? Meditation creates peace. And no doubt, peace is the foundation of happiness. But more than that, every individual enjoys this experience of silence. How many of you, I must ask you, you can tell me later and when it's your time to talk, how beautiful it is to be in stillness. Oh, it is divine. I don't know how many of you have experienced it and how many of you enjoy it. For me, sometimes when I sit, I tell myself, sometimes I even tell myself, I say, शांति में है जो जीवन जीता, सत्य का चित करता, वो आनंद पाता, शांति में ही तो एहसास है होता, प्रभु है अंदर, महसूस ये होता, शांति में ही तो प्रभु है मिलता, उनकी जो आवाज शांति में सुनना, शांति से मिला क्या हसी आनंद, सत्य के चित्त में मिला सच्चिदानंद. How many of you enjoy this? How many of you enjoy Satya Chit Anand? It needs silence. My dear friends, silence is very important. So today we are talking about silence and meditation is the way to still the mind. And the question somebody asks, why should we still the mind? Huh? Why? Because if you don't still the mind, the mind takes control. The moment the mind takes control, you can't be in consciousness. The moment you're not in consciousness, MK50 is in action. MK50 is the mind killer 50. Like AK-47. But it goes on. The mind is drilling and the mind is killing. Therefore, very, very important. It's very interesting, but one day somebody asked Buddha, hey, Buddha. Buddha means that time he was called Gautam. No, hey, Swami, what have you gained from meditation? You know what he said? He said, nothing. They asked Buddha, what have you gained from meditation? He said, nothing. I gained nothing. But let me tell you what I lost. He told, let me tell you what I lost. I lost anger. I lost anxiety. I lost depression. I lost insecurity. I lost fear of old age, fear of death. I lost worry. I lost hate. I lost regret. My dear friends, meditation is the way of contemplation. Meditation is the way of illumination. And it's all about silence. It's all about silence. Consciousness is very important. If you cannot have consciousness, how will you activate the intellect? You can't activate the intellect. If you don't activate the intellect, how will you use the power of discrimination? Viveka, Buddhi, Viveka Chudamani. How will you use Viveka Chudamani? Therefore, very simply, you must make it a habit of spending time in silence. How much time, tell me today, you'll spend in silence? After 8:30, tell me how many minutes you're spending in silence, how often you're sitting in silence, how often you experience consciousness, how much time you experience Satchit Anand, how much time you have contemplation, how much time you spend in realization. This will lead to spiritual awakening. Many of you are still waiting. When we will get that aha moment? When we will get that aha moment? It is direct proportionate to your silence. Direct proportionate. You know, a very interesting story. I don't know if I've told you this or not. One man went to a guru. This man went to a guru, and he told the guru, I have all these questions. He wrote 100 questions, not one or two, or 100 questions, he told the guru. And the guru said, okay, I will answer all your questions. 100 questions. I will answer every question of yours. But he told the person, he told the seeker, what are you willing to pay? What price you are willing to pay? The seeker said, I'm willing to pay any price. You gave me answer for all 100 questions. I'm willing to pay any price. The guru told him, I want from you 1 year. 1 year of silence. So the man said, okay, 1 year of silence. That man sat there for 1 year with the guru in silence for 1 year. Exactly after 1 year, the guru was very dedicated. The guru said, come, bring all your questions. And the man said, I have no questions. The man said, I have no questions. My dear friends, we are lost in the noise. We are not able to hear the divine voice. This man had 100 questions. 100 questions. We are so much caught in the noise, my dear friends. How can we hear the divine voice? SIP is wanting to talk to us. SIP is all the time, SIP wants to talk to us. SIP is giving us all the gyan. Can we hear? We can't hear. Why we can't hear? Because of the noise. And as long as there is the noise, you can't hear the voice. That's why don't I tell you? I tell you, मन बड़ा है चोर चैन चुराता है डर और चिंता में हमें डुबाता है सत्य छुपाता है मिथ्य दिखाता है शांति जो अपनी मन चुराता है मन को है मारना दुश्मन बड़ा है वो मन को जो मारे शांति वो पाता. My dear friends, that man, he sat with the guru for 1 year in silence. Silence gave him all the answers. Of course, we all know the importance of awakening. It is realization. We are not the body, mind, ego. And how will we realize? How will we be free from misery and sorrow? How will we stop jumping into yesterday and tomorrow? How? Only when we realize we are the divine soul. When we realize that we are not the body, mind, ego, we are free from misery and suffering. And what is the way for self-realization? What is the way to God realization? I am the soul. Soul is sip. I am sip. Sip is in all. Blico's favorite. ISIS. Blico will always say ISIS. Yeah, but how will you realize ISIS? How will you realize you are the. My dear friends, you are God. You are God. How will you realize? We are the soul. Soul is sip. How will you realize? Only one way. There is no other way. Silence. Shh. Shh. Meditation. Because without that, you can't. Now comes the second question. How can we have silence and meditation? You need to get away. You need to retreat. Sometimes you ask me, why you are going away here, there, why you are going here, there. I am running away. I am running away from the noise. I want the divine voice. How can I get the divine voice? I told you, on the ship, I did not find it's the right place. Maybe I first thought now every 2-3 months I'll be on the ship. Maybe I never come on the ship again. Because I must get that Sat Chit Anand. In the retreat, wherever you are going, you must be able to meditate. You must be able to contemplate. You should be able to RRR. Have I told you? RRR, read, reflect, realize. The 3R method. What is the 3R method? Read, reflect, realize. R3, R to the root of 3. RRR. When you RRR, you cut the noise. You hear the divine voice. Remember that story? That story of a man who asked that lady, "Hey, Amma," remember that story? "Amma, what you're sitting in the top of the mountain and doing, Amma?" That lady told, "Oh, I have so much work. I have to train 2 hawks. I have 2 eagles. I have 2 wild rabbits. I have 1 dangerous snake. I have 1 donkey. I have 1 lion. I have 1 gorilla, monkey." That man told, "Amma, where, Amma? I cannot see. Where is this hawk and eagle and donkey and monkey and lion and where?" Then Amma told him, "Hey, you are a fool, man." The Amma said, "I have 2 hawks. These eyes of mine. These eyes are 2 hawks. They are looking here and there. What is necessary also they are looking, and what is unnecessary also. That's the problem. I have to tame these eyes, looking at all unnecessary things. I have to tame the 2 eagles, which are the 2 hands, 2 claws. The claws are grabbing here, grabbing this, grabbing that, hurting, destroying. I have 2 rabbits, which are what are the wild rabbits, my 2 feet, running here, running there, running here, running there. I have 1 big donkey. Yesterday in Santorini, we went on donkeys. I didn't go. Everybody's going up the mountain on a donkey. It's a famous donkey ride. So she said, "I have a donkey." Donkey is what? This body. Lazy fellow. I have to train this lazy donkey. Then I have a snake. Where's the snake? Inside my mouth. The snake has 32 bars. I have to train the snake to be within the 32 bars. Otherwise, it's hissing. It's hissing. It's talking unnecessary things. So many people have a bad habit of talking unnecessary words. What is the necessity to talk this? No need. But there's no bad habit of talking. Bad habit of unnecessary talking. So this is a snake. And then lion. Who's the lion? The ego. I am the king. And of course, the gorilla, the monkey mind. So the lady told, "I have to tame all these animals." You all have these animals. Have you tamed? Have you tamed the 2 hawks, your eyes? Have you tamed the 2 eagles, your hands? Have you tamed the 2 wild rabbits, your feet? Have you tamed the snake in your mouth? Have you tamed the lion, the ego? Have you tamed the monkey, gorilla mind? Have you tamed the donkey, your lazy body? Have you tamed? For that, you need silence. For that, you need retreat. You need to write this down and you need to go on, get away from the world. Don't say, I'm taking all my family, all going. I'm taking my family, going to Paris for retreat. You go to Paris, Paris, you cannot go for retreat. Better you don't go. So you have to go to a place of silence. That is why the sages, they would go up the mountains. They would go up the Himalayas. They would go to the forests. They would go in silence, spending time in consciousness, in realization. You know, if you read about Jesus, very famous, Jesus used to sit on the boat and he used to run away. Jesus used to just run away in the boat. Very famous Jesus retreat. So, my friends, don't underestimate the importance of silence and retreat. When I was in Talash 2012, I could not achieve anything. 2013, from May onwards, 2013 and 2014, for more than 18 months. In that travel, I used to take nobody, normally some assistant, somebody is with me. I took nobody. 18 months I traveled without anybody, just alone, eating alone, plane alone, taxi alone. It was dangerous. My parents objected. How can you not have somebody to help you? I said nothing. Then 31st of August 2014, I got that. I was alone in the plane and I got that spark. So, my dear friends, we need time. One day I asked my guru, when the guru told me, you must go alone. One day I asked my guru, Dada, this silence, no, I find it's total waste of time. I told my guru, what Dada, chumma sitting like this, silence, what is the meaning, boring silence? So then Dada told me, okay, you do one thing. You go to your office tomorrow, you dismiss all the security guards. I said, why? The security guards, chumma sitting, you're paying salary. You give me the money, he told. Jokingly, he told, all security guard salary you give me because your security guard is doing nothing. I said, what is this nonsense? I told. How can you tell like that? Security guard is sitting to catch the robbing. No? Anybody coming, robbing, a robber coming in, robber going outside. He said, then when you're in silence, also you're trying to catch a robber, no? I said, what robber I'm trying to catch? He said, your mind. The mind is the thief. My guru told me, you are a fool. My guru told me, you fool, man. You are thinking silence is waste of time. You're a big fool, he told me. Then I started spending time in silence. And then I realized that how important it is to be still. My dear friends, there's not a single day in my life I don't spend without spending time in silence. When I get up in the morning, first silence. If somebody is with me also, if somebody is with me, when I get up, anybody is around me, I say, shh. Nobody is allowed to talk. They cannot disturb me. If they want to ask some question, sometimes they have bad habit. I say, shoo. First you say, eh? I say, shh. Keep quiet. Keep quiet. Shh. Keep quiet. Then when I am ready to listen, ready to talk, I say, yes, tell me, what is it? Because, my dear friends, try to understand the importance of silence. Without that, you cannot get the spark of realization. Okay, I'm asking one question. You tell me. You try to light one matchstick. You try to light one matchstick in lot of wind. Can you light? The moment you light a matchstick, if the wind is blowing, what happens to a matchstick? Can you light? You cannot light. If you light also, within 1 second, fraction of a second, it goes off. You need to tame the wind. What is the wind? Here the wind is the mind. Not W-I-N-D. Turn the W upside down. Turn the W upside down. Not wind, mind. This wind, this wind, W. You take the W like this. Remember, whenever the wind is blowing, remember, this wind, just like the wind is blowing, The mind is blowing. The mind is blowing away your realization. The mind is blowing away your awakening. The mind doesn't want that spark, just like the wind doesn't want the spark of light in the matchstick. The mind doesn't want the spark to become alive inside you. When are you going to realize the importance of silence? My dear friends, we had a retreat in Bangalore. Many people enjoyed it. 17th, 18th, 19th of May in the Ancient School of Wisdom. So many people came. I remember Siva, Krishna, Raji, Sip. So many people came. Chidanand, uh, so many people. Atmatray and his brother. It was a beautiful retreat. Now we are having a next retreat in Pune to give chance for people in Bombay, Pune to come. September 27th to 29th. Retreat is booked. Even the people coming are booked. Some people are flying all the way from out of country also and coming. But what is this? I'm asking why we are spending so much money, so much time, so much energy. Why? It's so important. We did in the retreat, we did meditation. In the retreat, we did recitation. Huh? Meditation and recitation. Meditation means silence, and recitation means japa. Shivoham, Shivoham. Huh? So we did that japa only with meditation and recitation and contemplation. There will be purification and illumination and realization. My dear friends, in this state of meditation, then only you will come to know what इंसान मैं नहीं सच में भगवान हूँ दिखता जो मैं वो नहीं आत्मा मैं हूँ अनुभूति हो गई एहसास हो गया नेति नेति तत्वमसी ये नहीं वो मैं हूँ इंसान we are all God. How will we realize? How will we realize we are God? When will we realize? मुमुक्षु कौन है बनता प्रभु को जो प्यार करता प्रभु के लिए मैं तरसा जिज्ञासु कौन है बनता जो सच का एहसास करता मिथ्या को मैंने दूर किया इन साइलेंस ज्ञानी मैं बन गया योगी मैं बन गया अनुभूति हो गई आत्मा मैं हूँ इंसान नहीं मैं भगवान हूँ is it a joke? Is it a joke to realize you are not human? You are God. Is it a joke? You think it's a joke? It's not a joke. My dear friends, we must work hard. We have to pay the price. Just like what that guru told that man, he came with 100 questions. I'll give answer to all your questions. Give me 1 year of silence. What is the price? The price of enlightenment is to retreat from the world. Not to leave everybody and go permanently, but we must take time out. Whenever you have to decide when you will take time, how you will take time, and everybody can't do it. People who are samsari cannot do. People who are living in the material world cannot do. Oh, I have got so many children, so many in-laws, so many. Oh, what to do, Guruji, Guruji, so many people, what to do, Guruji? 8 crore people in this world. If all 8 crore come to realize God, world will come to an end. Out of 800 crores, out of 800 crores, only 8 crores will go for the quest in silence. Not 800 crores. If 800 crores go, world will be over. And only 8 lakh people, 0.01% will have meditation and contemplation and realization. From that 8 lakh, only small percentage will get liberation. So we have to be very committed. Somebody asked Buddha one more interesting question about Buddha. Somebody asked Buddha, Buddha, tell me why not many people are enlightened like you? So what did Buddha tell all his followers? Buddha told all his followers, you all go to the villages. He sent everybody to the village with a piece of paper, asking, write down what all. I don't know, that time there was paper or he asked verbally, I don't know. Come bring back information, what everybody wants. Everybody went to the villages, everybody came in a line. Buddha started asking, okay, what your person want? Uh, Buddha, this fellow wants to get married to this girl. Okay, next, what you want? This fellow is already married. He wants a child. Okay, next, what? This person wants grandchild. And then what? Other person wants good job. Next what? Another person sick, wants to become okay. Buddha finished the whole line. He asked, out of you, who wanted enlightenment? Which is the person you met in the villages who wanted enlightenment? Not even one person. Not even one person. How many people? I'm asking you, you are coming for this call every day. You tell somebody, come for enlightenment call. They'll say, no, enlightened. First I'm doing achievement. I'm busy with achievement. I want to earn some money. I want to get a good job. I want to buy cycle for my son. I want to buy new car. I want to buy new necklace. Huh? People are busy. For people, pakoda, samosa, they get enough. Enlightenment is later. If I get one good one nice cup of chai and pakoda, if I have, that is nirvana. I'm enjoying my chai pakoda so much. No, my dear friends, it's not a joke, right? How are we going to get that ultimate happiness? Only the sincere ones, the jigyasus, the mumukshus, they will find the right guru. They will realize we are not body, mind, ego, we are the soul. But even with the guru, you need silence. My own guru, Dada, he would not meet people at least for 10, 12, 14 hours a day. He would not meet anybody. So silence is very important. Retreat is very important. And I learned this also from my guru. He would keep on going away from Pune. He would never remain in Pune. Because in Pune, he cannot breathe in Pune. So he would run away from Pune. Like I run away from Bangalore. So my dear friends, it is important for us to realize for spiritual awakening, what is the method? The guidance. We need to follow the method. We need guidance. We need grace. All this is needed. We need to follow Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. We must read the right books. We must study the right videos. But without silence, you will be wandering. You will be gone and you will be reborn, and this will go on and on and on. Importance is to realize in silence. In silence, what I would tell myself in silence sometimes, I would just sit quietly and hear a song. I would hear a song. ना तन हूँ ना मन हूँ ना मैं अहंकार पैदा ना हुआ मैं कभी ना मरता मैं क्या हूँ आत्मा हूँ अमर आत्मा मैं तन मन अहंकार नहीं हूँ मैं आत्मा आत्मा तो अनंत है अनादि परमात्मा. Sometime when you're in silence, you're just listening to a bhajan. Oh, very good. That's equal to silence. If you're silent and you're listening to a podcast, oh, it's fine. But you should not be some people talking, no, like bubble gum. Bubble gum. Bubble gum, bubble gum, bubble gum, bubble gum. Full time bubble gum, bubble gum, bubble gum, bubble gum. They're just like you keep on, somebody chewing bubble gum, they have habit. No, don't make your mouth into bubble gum mouth. Full time. Learn to. Sometimes talking is okay. I'm not saying don't talk. I also talk, but don't talk all the time. Learn. If you talk 10 minutes, Be quiet 30 minutes. Don't some people say, yeah, Guruji, after 1 hour talking, 5 minutes silence, Guruji. After 1 hour talking, 5 minutes silence is no use. You have to have some balance. Otherwise, अविद्या में जो फंसा पुनर्जन्म लेता मरता जब ये तन वो बार बार है जीता कर्मों का हिसाब चुकाना धरती पे आता कर्म ना मैं करता मैं तो आत्मा. When will you realize I have no karma? कर्मों से मुक्ति जो पाता प्रभु को वो पाता. How will you be free from karma? How will you realize it's not my karma? I am not the body, the mind, the ego. How will you realize? So, my dear friends, what are you seeking? You want to come back to earth in a rebirth? If you want to come back, don't want silence. Just you live and you die and you come back. You will be reborn. You don't need retreat. You don't need any silence. You don't need to waste your time. But if you want purification, illumination, realization, liberation, unification, you want Pirlu, you need silence. You need retreat. So to conclude, the mind is a thief. It creates ignorance and robs our peace. We must still the mind to realize the truth. To still the mind, you want silence. For silence, you need retreat. Are you spending time in retreat? What is your method of retreat? So this is today's question. And next week, I will teach you how to eliminate the 7 monsters: anger, hate, revenge, jealousy, pride, greed, and selfishness. Next week, we will talk of how to eliminate the 7 monsters. So that was today's talk, and I hope it has given you some perspective. Let us now continue with the question answers. Yes, please. Administrator,
Yes. So,
Jasmine, Payal,
yes.
Lawrence.
Yes, just to clarify, so meditation is just stillness and silence of the mind.
I didn't hear you once again.
Yes, is meditation simply stillness and silence of the mind?
Yes.
Is that all meditation is?
Medit- yes, meditation is only that. Meditation is to still the mind. The next step after meditation is contemplation. So you must move from, first you must have meditation, then you must have contemplation. But first you need meditation. And what is meditation, Jasmine? There should be no thoughts. There should be, you should
Okay.
not have the mind. You should move into a state of consciousness. Then you have succeeded in meditation. You
Okay,
get
so
my
there's
point?
no certain way to meditate.
When you
There's no,
meditate,
because I wake up for 3 o'clock every morning and I try to sit down and meditate and breathe with the right posture, but that doesn't work. So when I get off work, I go for a 30-minute walk just in silence. Is that a form of meditation?
anything that can still your mind, anything that
Okay.
can, it's, suppose you get up in the morning and you're trying to meditate, but your mind is like a monkey jumping here, there.
Mm-hmm.
Just try to watch the monkey. Keep on watching the monkey. And you will find little by little, it will stop its jumping. Slowly, it will take time. But if you say that by me riding a bicycle, I don't have any thoughts, it's fine. It's great. But by riding a bicycle, you can't contemplate. That's the problem.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
And so try to meditate in silence, then move from meditation to contemplation. Payal.
Hi, Gurudev.
Yes, Payal,
Pranam.
bolo.
Yeah, Gurudev, I have 2 questions. One is you mentioned that you gave that story of Buddha. Somebody asked that, what did you gain out of meditation? And he said nothing, right? So
Yeah.
what is that thing so is it a science, or can everybody master it? And what is it so essential for you during the meditation which can still your mind? That is question number 1.
So,
And yeah.
so meditation, Payal. Meditation, when Buddha said, I didn't gain anything, but he said, I lost so many things.
Yes.
I lost fear. I lost worry. I lost
Correct.
stress. I lost anger. So basically, he gained peace of mind. He gained happiness. He gained that state of stability. So therefore, while it is a way of putting interesting way of putting the question answer, so meditation is very key. Payal, without meditation, how can there be realization? How will you
Yes.
realize I am not Payal and my name is Payal? How will you realize that you are a goddess? How will you ever realize that?
But what is it that you have to do which says that you're doing it correctly, Guruji? Like there are
Okay,
various books which are written on meditation, and lot of
you don't need
gurus
you
guide.
don't need a book. You don't need a book, Payal. You understand the presence of the mind, or you don't understand the presence of the mind?
I understand, Guruji.
Tell me what is the presence of the mind?
It's basically being in now.
No, no. When the mind is active in you, what happens?
It responds.
No. When the mind is active in you, what happens?
Mind.
When the mind is now when I'm asking you a question, right? Now I'm asking you a question. You're
Yeah.
listening to me. When I'm
Yes.
asking a question, you have no thoughts in your head. You're only listening to me.
Correct. Correct.
But when I'm not talking to you, when you're just doing other things, the mind is bombarding you with hundreds of thoughts.
Correct.
That is
Absolutely.
that is a sign of the mind. Now,
Okay.
when I'm asking you a question, what is it? When you become still. When
Hmm.
you're becoming still, there is no thought.
Correct.
That is meditation.
Hmm. Okay.
Meditation means, Payal, that you are able to stop the flow of thoughts.
Okay.
You are able. Some people will just look at a lamp, a diya, looking at the burn deep,
Yeah. Yeah.
one
Yeah.
light, and
Yes.
concentrate only on that flame, and don't let your mind go anywhere. Keep looking at that flame.
Yeah, I do that, Guruji. Actually, I do that. But trust me, honestly, while doing that, that's called as Tratak. And I've been doing that for a couple of months. But thought do come. In spite of looking at the lamp, it just passes by your head. It
Ah,
it, it
so
comes.
meditation is to successfully stop that. Because when
Okay.
the thought, for example, Payal, you're looking at the lamp, right?
Yes.
And when the thought comes, suppose the thought comes to you now, oh my God, that pizza guy will come to deliver the pizza. Now that's a
Yes.
thought in your head. So you
Correct.
watch that thought. You watch that thought and keep watching that thought. Then the thought will come and say, oh, shoo, I forgot to order milkshake with the pizza. Now the next thought has come. Keep on watching your thoughts. Keep on watching your thoughts.
But they are
And
not
don't stop.
still, right? It keeps coming, right?
Yeah, but
So
it
you
can,
are also saying
but
same thing. You have to watch the thought, which means
one
thought
by
is
one.
coming.
No, if you are watching, then only one will come at a time. If you are
Okay.
not watching, then they will bombard you.
Okay. Got it.
So your goal of meditation is to watch the thoughts which are becoming the mind.
Okay.
The mind goes pat like a popcorn machine. Have you seen a popcorn machine?
Yes.
Does it stop popping corn or keeps on popping?
It's keep popping.
Ah, the mind is like that.
Hmm.
You switch
Okay.
off the power supply of the popcorn machine.
It stops.
Slowly, pat, stops.
Hmm.
You want to stop this popping of thoughts.
Yeah, that's the most difficult thing to do. I was just
Yeah,
trying
but
to get some shortcut from you.
no. You asked me what is a book to read. You don't need a book. What is the method? The method is very simple. The
Yes.
method is contemplation, concentration. That is why Patanjali give 8-step method. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. You know what he told everybody? Watch your breath. Keep watching your breath. So it surely works. I'll stop doing everything. Just look at breathe in, breathe out,
Hmm.
breathe in, breathe out. But the minute you start breathing out and your mind jumps to the pizza, then you've forgotten breathe in, breathe out. Your mind is gone. The moment your mind is
Yeah.
gone, you don't bring it back.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it's very interesting and it's a very challenging thing. And they say one who has conquered the mind is the greater conqueror than one who has conquered the world.
Hmm.
You think it's easy to conquer the mind? No, it's not.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
And what is the way to do it?
By stilling the mind,
And what is
focusing
the way
on
to do
your
it?
thoughts.
And what is the way to do it?
Watch each and every thought.
And what is the way to
Con-
do it? What is the way to do it?
By meditating.
And what is the way to meditate?
I mean, you have to still sit quietly in a silence and then
Silence. The answer
yes,
is silence. So
yeah,
I'm asking you a question. How much time you
yes.
spend in silence doing nothing every day?
I do a lot. In fact, for me, the most profound experience is just go for silent walks, which I prefer, and that gives me a lot of energy,
How
and
much
that I
time?
do it
How much time a day you spend silently without anybody?
mostly.
Just Pile got muted. Unmute Pile, please, and then we go to Lawrence.
Got unmuted. Sorry, I
Yeah,
was
tell me.
saying approximately 2 hours, 2.5 hours is what I walk,
And you
eight,
walk
10
with
kilometers.
you walk with wireless earpods or with a wire?
No, actually, I've stopped taking earpods now. That's why silent walk.
So
Silent,
you need to be completely in silence.
completely in silence.
You
Hmm.
try it and then tell me. I challenge people. I tell them, okay, send me a WhatsApp message every hour and be
Yeah.
silent for 5 minutes. Impossible. Impossible for them to do it. I just say every morning when you wake up 9 o'clock, send me a WhatsApp message. I'm in silence. 10 o'clock again, you send me a message. I'm in silence. One day they do it. Next day they forget half the hours. Third day they forget me. Third day they don't know who's in AiR. After 1 week, when I asked them what happened, Guruji, very difficult, Guruji. That's what you told, na? Very difficult. Okay.
I think for you just mentioned that story of a person going silent for 1 year and he got all the answers. It's so
Yeah.
difficult now for people to do it in for 5 minutes, with a
That's
fast
why
pace.
people go. That's why people go for Vipassana. Why people go
Yes.
Vipassana?
Yeah, just
Because
to find
compulsory.
themselves.
No, compulsory silence. You are not
Compulsory silence.
allowed. They don't let
Yeah,
you take mobile phone. They will not let you talk to anybody. You are compulsory silence.
I know.
And
Yes.
then they come back and say, "Arey, what a beautiful, what an amazing experience, Vipassana." What amazing. You would be silent in your room, lock yourself in the room for one day, you see whether you do Vipassana experience or not.
And that's why people go on a mourn for a day. Sometimes you do that also. You don't
All
speak at
these
all.
all these are good experiments, good
Yeah.
sadhana, good disciplines.
Yeah.
We must get the habit of spending time in silence. Not easy.
Yes.
I'm
Not
telling you,
easy.
it's not easy. Okay? Anything? But you have one more question?
No, I think, yeah, I mean, I'm good for
Okay.
now.
Come back if there's something. Lawrence, good
Yes.
fire, good start. Lawrence
Thank
and then Karma.
Ah,
Vani.
Shivam Gurji. Yeah, I will share
Yes.
everyone. So fantastic this morning, happiness secret. So I'm very partial to frogs, I join them in their courses. Well, I can help conduct them. Well, when you said about the frog who was deaf, who didn't listen to the other frogs. And so what would I say about meditation? Silence is not listening to the mind, I put that in there. The letters of frog make fully rely on God. A friend told me that. And so that isn't that the case, that's what we need to do in meditation. When we do that, we don't identify with ourselves, with our mind, our body, etc. And instead we identify with SIP, with the,
Okay. So,
talking and SIP.
any question or just your contribution?
Yeah. So in other words, yeah, because of course, as you say, thoughts still intervene. And yeah, I meditate, and yeah, they still come about. And so
My dear
what I
Lawrence,
find then is
my dear Lawrence, you cannot stop thought.
right. No,
You have to
impossible, right?
stop the mind. You have to stop the
Mm-hmm.
mind.
So
Because
so
even
then
when you are meditating, even if you're meditating, a thought may appear. That's okay.
so then Ah, yes. Acha. So then isn't it the problem then that we believe in the mind? We really believe that the mind is real when it is not.
No, there's no whether you believe or not, it appears.
Yeah, yeah, it appears so.
One
Its
one
appearance.
man one man one man told me, okay, I'm not going to believe I'm married. He only told me, I'm not going to believe I'm married.
Some
Then
people
I
do
said, okay, you
try.
don't believe. Next day he came and said there was no need of me believing or not believing. My wife keeps disturbing me. How my believe or not believe doesn't matter, no. So it's not about belief.
But then you have, like you said, respond, not react then. So then,
Yeah.
so then oh, by the way, retreats, my evolution has been that, originally I went to a lot of preached retreats, as they call them, whether Catholic or Buddhist, I've gone to both, and there's talks and such. But then I found, like I think Paul was sharing too, that walking in utter silence, is a very, I could spend, half my day
No,
in
good.
walking meditation.
But I think those people who just walk with music, that's because their
No,
attention
no.
is on the music. So
I don't want to
you
hear
need to,
anything
yeah,
except, what comes from sip, the birds, it
yeah,
comes from
yeah.
the
That's
stream,
good.
it
That's
comes from sip.
okay.
Yeah.
That's good,
Acha.
Lawrence. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Acha.
Karma and Vani. Karma, Vani, Rutanu.
Shivoham AiR.
Shivoham.
To listening to you talk today, there's a slight conundrum here. So we don't basically doing nothing, sitting still. When we deliberately do that, as if I have decided today, okay, I'm going to do nothing. Isn't that also doing? Doesn't that involve action?
No. When you start doing nothing, in that state of nothingness, that's when there will be contemplation and there will be illumination. So yes, that doing nothingness is the absence of doing. You can't say not doing is doing. Not doing is absence of doing.
Okay. Again, I'd like to rephrase that one more time because the confusion is still there. So let's say I create my schedule like every day. The call time is my work time. Basically, I'm in the US, so I start my work day with this call. Now it's part of my schedule. My work will start after this. Then let's say I put it in my schedule. Okay, 1 hour or let's say 15 minutes. I'm not going to do anything. Then isn't that scheduling part, that deciding that okay, I have to still stop myself from doing everything,
That's
isn't that
fine.
doing?
No, that's not doing.
Okay.
That one moment of scheduling is doing, but the 15 minutes of not doing is silence.
Okay.
And the more you spend time in silence, the more you will spend time in contemplation, and it's good. Okay. Vani. Thank you. Vani.
Hello, sir. So my first
Yes, Vani.
time I am into your session. I just randomly hit your session on YouTube. So I went.
How did you know of this call then? By random?
I just saw saw your session on YouTube, and I had few questions, and I don't know, I randomly messaged you on WhatsApp, and then got your link to this session. So I have,
Okay.
I have been doing introduced to Anapan Sati meditation, that is just focusing on your breath. So I have been doing it like regularly. I've been doing like since this August, but like on and off, I've been introduced to meditation. And during this meditation, sir, I have like had few experiences also, like where I saw some colors, and then like lately I have been seeing the inner facing, like feeling the energy in my third eye. My and in one night I was meditating, and I just went into a complete zone, whereas there was nothing. Like I wasn't even able to listen to the music what was happening, and I didn't want to come out of the meditation. My first question is that, sir, that it was a blissful state I had. I actually cannot describe to you like what was it. And my question is that how can I feel that thing and throughout my whole life, throughout my whole like I feel that you today only you just told about Sachidanand. I just want to feel that pure bliss. How can I feel it in my every moment of my life?
That is called Satchidanand. That is called being in consciousness. It means the moment you are able to still the mind, you lock it, you block it, you stop this rascal mind from going on bombarding you with thoughts. It is called a state of consciousness. A state of consciousness is a state where you tie the mind. Suppose it's just like, have you seen a pet dog?
Right.
A pet dog is running all over the house. The moment you you tie the pet dog.
It stands.
Now,
It stands.
two options. If you tie the pet dog, but if it's still barking, no use.
No use.
But if you tie the pet dog and stops barking,
It's of use. Yeah.
then you have achieved. So I'm just giving an analogy to you. So what has to the way what yours, of course, you're coming for the first time on the call. This call is every day at 8 o'clock. So
Yes,
people learn in this call what is the mind. The mind is
Right.
nothing but a bundle of thoughts. What you
Correct.
experienced is called mindfulness. What you experienced is thoughtlessness. You got into that state where there was no thought. That's why you got that bliss. Now you are trying to you want to repeat that experience, but you're not able to repeat that experience because the mind is stopping you. The mind is bombarding you with so many thoughts. You want to go into that state of ananda, but you are not able to go because the mind is bombarding you. Then how can you experience ananda?
Correct.
Are you agreeing? You agreeing that's the condition or not?
Yeah, I think because in the daily life now, like when we are doing, like we want it or not, but we get like whenever I come to this my senses, I get attached. Like this is my mother, this is my this thing, like this is my work life, this is, and like if you understand Hindi, तो मतलब ना चाहते हुए भी वो attachments हो जाते हैं, and you get connected when you get affected by it.
This is all called mind. What you're talking about, you get attached, you get connected, all this is mind. And as long as you're in mind, there is no consciousness. Like how you have day and night. When there is day, there is no night. When there is night, there is no day. So if you are going to be in a state of mind, you cannot experience Satchitanand. आपको सच्चिदानंद चाहिए, आपको समाधि चाहिए, शांति चाहिए, मन को मारना. मन को कैसे मारेंगे आप? मन को गोली मारो. कैसे मन को गोली मारेंगे? That is what you learn on this course. So come every day, you will learn.
And I have a second question as well.
Yes.
Sir, so I am a person, like I don't know why, but I'm very emotional. Like if I love someone, I try to reduce my attachment. I'm trying to reduce my attachment, but still I like if I am attached to something, like I get attached to people, and if I feel love for someone, and over like after doing meditating more and more, I have understood that I'm becoming more compassionate and more empathetic towards people. So I don't know, and this is leading me towards attachment. So how should I love more people and start getting attached little by little? Like, is this is also the like emotions and mind?
When you learn the meaning of true love is TRUE, true, transcendental rainbow of love, which is unconditional and eternal. It is love, LOVE, longing of the soul, which is very passionate and creates an ecstasy of joy. When your love flows to the divine in all, you will stop getting attached. Because then you're attached to everybody. When you're attached to everybody, how can there be attachment?
Right.
Attachment is when you're attached to one person. But when you understand that you are not the body that is loving one person, you are the soul, and the soul loves all souls, then attachment disappears. This is a new magic to be free from it. Otherwise, you have to read my book. It's called The 10 Commandments of Detached Attachment. You can read that book, and you can learn how to be detached.
Okay.
The book, you can WhatsApp us, or you can Google, and it's available for a free download. The 10 Commandments of Detached Attachment. But
yeah, I was reading your book, The Realizations of a Yogi. I have read a few pages of it. I've started reading that book. So yeah, matlab, I got your point, but actually how to feel that thing? Matlab, it will happen by its own that I will get through it.
Nothing will happen.
The soul love.
Nothing will happen on its own. You have to realize that I am not Vani. Vani is my name. Don't you tell everybody I am Vani, I am Vani, I am Vani. You are not Vani. When you were born, you were not Vani.
True.
One day will you die? One day will you die, or you will not die?
Everyone will die. I will also die. I will
No,
die.
you will not die. Only Vani will die. You will
My
leave the Vani
body
body.
will die, but yeah, my atma, I will just change the clothes. Yeah, I will
Uh,
change the
so all this is to be learned. Then you get into the state of consciousness. Then you will be in the state of awakening. Then you will experience the divine bliss.
Mhm.
So you need to attend the call regularly. One day, even antibiotics don't work in one day. If you take one antibiotic tablet, will you become okay? You can't take. You need a course.
Sure, sure, sure. Yes, sir.
So come regularly, and you will learn.
Sure. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, Ruth Anu, and then Jasmine and Lawrence before we close.
Shivoham Guruji.
Shivoham, bolo.
Guruji, I must have asked this question before also, but I'm asking again. How do we change from NEP to PEP?
You can change from NEP to PEP exactly what we spoke 2 days back by becoming aware that you are NEP. Become aware. When the negative thoughts, the negative emotions are coming into you, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling fear, you're feeling stress, you're feeling anxiety, you're feeling anger, you're feeling hate. All these emotions, you can make out, you become aware that you're in a NEP condition.
Yes, Guruji.
Then you come to know, then you ask yourself the question, will this NEP be of any benefit to me?
Hmm.
Is it causing you good or it's causing you harm?
Harm.
Then you imagine you're putting your finger in the stove and you're burning your finger. Will you put your finger in the stove and burn it? So immediately come out of that state and flip over. Immediately come to the realization. Tell yourself the best way to move from NEP to PEP is what? The best way. Who knows the call? Who can tell me? Who is the master on the call? Who can tell me? What is the best way from NEP to PEP? Anybody? The best way is to look in the mirror and tell yourself, stop it, stupid. Stop it, stupid. Stop it, stupid. Like that. Give yourself gali. And you have the book with you, keep the book in front of you. The book will tell you. Look at the mirror and tell, you bloody stupid, negative, stupid. Look at yourself and fire yourself. Shout at yourself. You tell me whether it works or doesn't work.
Okay, Guruji. People will not
Thank you.
think that I'm mad.
No, somebody asks you, stop it, stupid. You tell them, I'm getting a dirty thought. So I'm just telling myself, stop it, stupid. You don't have to tell shout in front of your husband, no? You go to the bathroom and stop, or you tell like that, stop it, stupid. Stop it, stupid. Say it aggressively, but with low volume. Many people, they are stupid and they like to be stupid. Many people are NEP, but they enjoy the NEP. They say, "Arey NEP mein bahut maza aa raha hai." They like to drink NEP. They drink the poison of NEP, and they feel so good. Then after 1 hour, 2 hours, 1 day, 2 days, then they say, "Ayo, nah." So we wrote a book. Stop it, stupid. Okay, closing. You please do it.
Yes.
It's work. It's magical. Immediately you can flip
Yes.
from NEP to PEP. Lawrence and
Yes.
Jasmine, quick comment. Jasmine and Lawrence, yes. Jasmine
Yes,
and Lawrence.
I heard you tell Lawrence that you can't stop thoughts, you have to stop the mind, which is a bundle of negative thoughts, right? So
Yes.
is meditation just stillness of negative thoughts, and then contemplation is part two on the positive thoughts that you had? Is that
Actually,
meditation?
you want to, meditation is first to still the negative thoughts, which is the mind attacking you, and you reach
Okay.
that state of consciousness. In the state of consciousness, your intellect is active. Then your intellect is able to choose what you want to think.
Okay, and I heard you say recently on a call that consciousness is like the blue sky, positive thoughts, and unconsciousness is going to be dark clouds. So if I'm having positive thoughts, with intellect, I know that I'm in consciousness and I'm meditating.
Yes, when you have no negative thoughts, when you are in silence and you feel there's no negative thoughts, and you're feeling good, and you are able to breathe and able to feel the awareness that you know what's happening, and you're in command of it, then you are in consciousness. If there are clouds of negative thoughts flowing by your head, you know that you're in the mind state.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Thank you. Last comment from Lawrence, and then we wind up.
Yes, Guruji. Yeah, it came to mind as you were speaking, so to speak. I was going to ask, it might be helpful. I find, what do you think? Give the mind a car wash. You say to you know how we take the car for a car wash, it gets dirty. And so we say, oh, okay, mind, you're really going to enjoy this car wash. We'll just really be quiet, turn off the engine. You slide through. And so then I would say, why not think of it? In other words, to end the mind, we befriend the mind. Is that not right? So then we say, oh, you really enjoy this meditation. You'll really enjoy this car wash.
Actually, you can't befriend the mind. And
but you can end it, yes?
But if you want a method, I will tell you as I end this. If you like to do that,
please.
I tell people, every morning you can do an exercise. Every morning when you shampoo your head, stop for a moment and shampoo your mind. You don't need to go for a car wash. You don't need to go for a car wash. Every day you have a shower.
Better than car washes.
Every day when you have a shower, Lawrence, every day when you have a shower, don't just wash your head. Wash what is inside your head and cleanse all the garbage, cleanse all the dirty thoughts. For 2 or 3 minutes, consciously do it. My dear friends,
should I do that? Should I do that before sitting in meditation or not?
Both. Whenever you're having shower. Are you having shower twice, before meditation, after meditation? Whenever you're having shower, my dear Lawrence, your mind is in command now. I said, whenever you're having shower, don't just shampoo your head, shampoo your mind.
Exactly. Perfect. Acha. Very clean.
So, my dear friends, today we are just quickly closing with this thought. Shampoo, as Lawrence told, you don't need to go for a car wash, but shampoo when you wash your head. Remember, more important is to wash the dirty thoughts that are inside and be in a state of consciousness. More important than this, let's go to the next point, which I told you. Retreat is very important. In getting away from your normal schedule, spending half an hour, 1 hour, spending one day, just going one day alone somewhere, just silence. Just be to yourself. Don't go and then don't say, I watched all the news channels. No, that's of no use. Go, and if possible, don't take your mobile phone. Or if you take your mobile phone, switch off the data. Only emergency calls can come. Don't take everybody's calls. Tell the important people of your life that you are switched off. And my dear friends, switching off is the only way of switching on. If you don't switch off, you can never switch on. With folded hands, I bow down to you.